Hey y'all, it is a new day for a new vlog, and I actually do have quite a few things that I need to do outside of the crib today, so I think I'm gonna vlog throughout the day. How many times have I told y'all this and then forgot about it? Okay, so one thing I need to do is get an oil change. I also want to go to Plato's, even though I'm unsure about, like, I really want to do like a boy fit, like a street boy fit, like D-boy fresh fit. Like I have so many cute outfits, but I just saw a picture of myself like from back in January where I accidentally got dressed, or like I was going out at night unknowingly, like I had got up out of bed and was like, oh shoot, let me get ready really quick, and I accidentally looked like a boy from the Bay Area. But now looking back on the picture, I was like, wait, that look was kind of fire though. Like I didn't even intentionally like do that, but I low-key popped out though. So I was like, that style might be kind of cute. It's a style that I have not tried yet so far, because a lot of my outfits are still like girly based. They might be a little bit baggy, but it's still like a baggy girlfriend look. It's not like a, but that's the thing, is I don't know how to style myself to look like that on purpose, you know? So I was like, maybe I can go to Plato's and just shop around. I don't know. I also have clothes in the back of my trunk that need to go to Goodwill, and I have a bag that I want to bring to Plato's to see if they'll like give me store credit to shop around in exchange for some of my clothes. And then I have a very long to-do list, and I've really been sitting around trying to get myself to figure out like what I want to do first, second, third, you know. I have been making some content this morning and dropping some, so that's good. But I need content that where I'm talking to the phone. That has been performing really well on my page, and I want to keep that up. I've also been reaching out to a lot of hotels and stuff like that, being totally delusional and asking if anybody wants to collaborate with me. But my problem is with my content, it's not aesthetic for these hotels. Like, it's not for their branding and the type of people that they usually work with, which is very aesthetic travel content creators. My content doesn't usually align, but I'm thinking the more I travel myself and I get more photos, like I've had a couple of places actually reach back out and show some sort of interest, which is why I'm shooting my shot while my feed looks pretty good. As far as travel wise, like I'm always out by the water, I'm always out adventuring, I've done zip lining, and I have content of me doing all of that and traveling through Puerto Rico. So I'm like, okay, now that I have a little bit more, I can make a little bit of a media kit. Maybe my social media doesn't 100% align with these travel content, you know, type of deals, but closed mouths don't get fed, right? Like if I don't ask, I will never know, because I can always reach out to smaller like hotels that have a smaller following on social media and see if they would even be open to it, because sometimes some people just see a number like, oh, she has blank whatever, she still has good reach, she has great engagement. And I think in 2026, I'm still going to put my money on the fact that personal brands do a lot better than just aesthetic brands. Like when you have a following that trusts you and wants to go places that you explore, and they want your referral and your review because they trust your word, like that is much more powerful than just having great pictures. Like you want great content, but you also want a great review from a person who is very trusted with their audience. So I feel like that's like the pitch that I present, is like I'm very raw and authentic. I'm not maybe typically what you're looking for, but we can still make something shake, you know? So I really have always dreamed of being a travel content creator, but because I'm so just me and I don't want to switch that up, like I'm not going to switch my content just to become a travel content creator. I would like to be a little bit of everything, and I want people to know that I'm capable of everything. So anywho, it may work in my favor, it may not, but I've been shooting my shot all morning just to see what might happen. Like I said, a couple places have reached back out, so there's like some potential. Some people, like before it was just straight up like no, absolutely not, like especially when I was just taking pictures inside my apartment. But now that I have like diversity, it feels like I'm picking up a little bit of traction within the hotels. So we'll see. Anyway, oil change, Plato's possibly, and then I want to go to the beauty supply for lip gloss and the little clips, because I want to put like little like boho braids in my hair, but I don't have the little gold things that like to like make it super cute. I got hair inspo from one of the girls in Puerto Rico that had like this cute hairstyle, and I was like, oh yes, I want to do that. So I know the beauty supply has those clips. I also have plenty of homework that I still need to do as far as like the stuff that I need to work on, that I can't talk about here on YouTube just yet. But I've been thinking about doing in-person coaching, personal training. But I got to think about that, and figure out where I would do it and how I would go about it. So I'm thinking about that. What else? I've had plenty of coffee this morning. I've got meal prep. But food has been like a very interesting thing for me more recently. I'm like, I have a sweet tooth, but I also have food at home, but I also don't want to buy food out. I also don't want to DoorDash. It's like food is just so uninteresting right now that if I could just go a couple days without eating, I'd be great. But I can't. Like, it's just so confusing. Misty wants to say hello. Hello, girl. Hello, girl. She literally has been following me all over the freaking house since I got back from Puerto Rico. So right now, I'm about to go see if I can get my eyebrows done, because I haven't had my eyebrows done in a minute, and I just drove past the spot, so I'm going to just walk in and see if they have availability. Okay, so I desperately needed that. She took me super fast, which I appreciate, and wow, they look amazing. I will be back, and I also got the card, and then I'm also going to leave a Google review because she so kindly asked. I was not even recording the whole time. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I got my freaking eyebrows done, and I desperately needed them done bad. But I was saying it's been a long time since I've got my eyebrows done, and they looked this bomb. So I will be coming back and leaving a Google review because she so kindly asked. And yeah, left a tip because an amazing job. Hello, I'm in love. I don't know if it's just because I waited to like grow them out or what. No, but I think she actually like took her sweet time because she was doing them for a minute. So anyways, I'm freaking sweating. I need to go get a snack, and then I'm headed over to go get an oil change. And I don't think I'm gonna do Plato's Closet, but I do want to go get Delight's ice cream because I don't want to pig out on regular ice cream. I'd rather get the macro friendly stuff. So let me go get over to freaking HEB really quick, grab me a little coffee snack, and then head over to the oil place before I go anywhere else. Alright, so I went and got my oil changed, and I love going to, I told you guys this the last time I got my oil changed too. I love going there. They're so kind, they're so respectful, and they're fucking fast. They don't try to upsell me on anything. They say, you want oil? Yes. The only time that they actually did try to upsell me on anything today was the cabin air filter. I will admit it was fucking disgusting, and they're like, it's gonna decrease your gas mileage, but I was like, I didn't plan for that in my budget today, so I just skipped on it. But I just love going there because they literally just get it done so fucking fast. And when I tell you it's not even 5 minutes, so I always leave a nice tip, you know what I'm saying? I love tipping people that deserve tips. Like, when you deserve a tip, you're getting a good tip, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm headed over to Delight's because I already did my eyebrows. I went to HEB, I got my little snack. I am happy with what I've got going right now. I'm not gonna hit Plato's today. I don't feel like spending more money. My budget that I planned out and I finally completed is starting July 1st, and so far I feel really good about that. I feel good about my cut that's coming, especially because, oh fuck, I have so much to tell you guys, but I can't because it's a secret right now. But whatever I've been working on, I have been testing for myself before I submit it to the public, okay? And so I'm gonna be training like with my own type of system to see how it works for myself, just to make sure that it's great for everybody else as well. But anywho, I'm excited because I'm going to use that as a part of my cut, and really like my whole point of me saying that was I keep finding out that my maintenance calories and my deficit is a lot higher than I ever thought that it was. Like, my floor is 1600 and I was trying to eat around 15 to 1700, and then when I was eating in my quote maintenance, I was eating around 1900 to 2000, and whole time my maintenance is probably somewhere up at 2600 calories, which I had no idea. But it's because I'm so much, and you know what I also need to do is I need to get a fucking in-body scan or a DEXA scan so I can actually get my real like body composition. That is something that I'm really wanting to do. So I think one of these days I might either get a free one at a gym like to sign up at a gym. If I end up signing up at a gym, they always do one for free. Or what I might end up doing is going to MyFitFoods, the new location here in Austin, and seeing how much one of those would be at their location, because I saw they have a whole like system to calculate all of your measurements, your calories, your TDEE. So all of that is very helpful and very useful. And that could be an option as well, but one step at a time. It's so much that I have on my plate, so much that I have on my mind, but I'm so glad that, like I said earlier or in yesterday's vlog, that it all feels like it's really coming together, and I'm finally like getting to a point in my life, like my mid-20s, it feels like okay, you're figuring out what it is that you're gonna be doing long term. You're not like, okay, Airbnb this, or are you gonna do this, are you gonna do that? Like I am like niching down to like the last 4 or 5 things that I think I could really handle for the next several years to scale those. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Delights. I'm glad that I got my oil change. That light was stressing me out. But yeah, until later. I still have to freaking edit my YouTube video that's gonna go live tomorrow. One of my girls had canceled on our lake day tomorrow, which is totally fine with me because I have so much to do, but unfortunately she is in pain. But I was like, maybe we can do a girls range day, because she's one of the girls that I went to the range with before, and I love shooting with her. It's always a blast. And I haven't gone to the range in a while, because the last time I feel like the guys were giving me such nasty looks, and then when I went to go buy the Glock 19 that one time, they were totally ignoring me over the counter and stuff like that. So I just feel like recently the guys in the 2A community, they're just giving me nasty vibes right now. So I have been very weary about going back. I have been training at home with my at-home system, but I would love to hit the range at some point. All right, y'all, it is 5:22 p.m. and I am obviously chilling, but I think I'm gonna make a reel right now, just kind of explaining my dry fire system, because a lot of girls DM me and ask me if it comes with a weapon. Girl, no, I love my girls so bad, but I would hate to confuse that with that. A lot of people, I get so many questions like, does it come with a gun? No, you cannot buy a gun on Amazon. No, you cannot. Okay, anyways, so I think I need to make a clarification video on that. And then also I've been reaching out to so many freaking hotels to try to start doing travel content. I did hear back from one, or I heard back from 2. One of them was like, yeah, we're not fit right now, which I was like, okay, I'm gonna hear plenty of no's. I know I'm gonna hear plenty of no's. That's nothing new. I'm used to that. But I think I'm just gonna there's like so many hotels across the entire world, and now that I've like gone somewhere before, like I feel like I can literally just keep reaching out to like a million hotels. And I think this year, like I would love to get into some travel content just a little bit, to venture out. Obviously, you guys know I like to do everything. So I'm so glad that at least one of them I'm kind of hearing back from, and we'll see whatever happens. But I anticipate doing a little bit more traveling in the upcoming year, and good things are coming for sure. But I still have yet to edit my freaking YouTube video. That's one thing that I need to do, and then I need to eat some meal prep, and I'm gonna make my ninja ice creams. And I am craving a smoothie, so I actually might freaking get a smoothie at some point as well. I don't know where from though. Anyways, I'm going to get back to work. I have so much homework to do. I'm procrastinating, but it's because I'm trying to make freaking good content, y'all. Like, I'm running dry on content ideas, so every time I think of a good one, I have to like execute now. All right, y'all, it is Saturday and it's like 4 p.m. right now, and I'm in bed because, well, I've been inside all day. I was thinking about going outside and working by the pool, but it's just too hot. And usually when I try to take my work outside and it's too hot, I get distracted by the fact that I'm sweating, and then I want to get in the pool, but then once I'm wet, I'm like, I don't want to touch the laptop, and I can barely see the screen with the glare, and I end up getting nothing done, and then being like, well, I'll just work when I get inside. So anywho, hold on. You ever get freaking this is your one-time login code, but you're not logging into nothing? I'd be like, hold on, let me see if I'm getting hacked right now. Anywho, I have been terrible these past 3 days, I want to say. I've been procrastinating like crazy on actually doing the homework, the work, everything. except like creating good pieces of content. I'll admit that's one thing I've been doing, and I launched the Bubble Butt boot camp, which is really good news because that just at least makes me more comfortable with those things. But things like getting back to a couple of like brand emails, the homework that I have, putting up this freaking YouTube video, which I did edit the first half, but I do need to get back into YouTube and like, so I'm basically, I'm doing things, but I'm not doing them at the rate that I could. Like I could have already had all this stuff done yesterday, but I've just been procrastinating, just taking things slow. However, on the bright side though, I was not planning, I don't know when I was planning on actually going back to the gym, probably when I got back on track with my nutrition, but how it worked today was I made a video with a lot of my befores and then obviously some afters, and since I was already itching and fiending and just I've been itching to go to the gym, but just sometimes I have this thing in my head where I'm like, I'm not planning to go to the gym until, you know, I get back on track, or I'm trying to just allow myself this rest time so that when I do get back in the gym, my freaking metabolism or my body catches on and I actually see results start changing. Because like sometimes when you take a break, your body really appreciates that and then starts actually working for you when you come back. But I've been trying to do that, but my brain mentally is like in the gym when I'm at home. So I was like, today after I saw the before and afters, I was like, I don't really care about, you know, any routine. I don't have a date in mind. So if I'm really wanting to go to the gym, I'm just gonna go to the gym. So I did. I hit legs and I almost puked 10 different times because of how hard I was pushing, but I was just excited to be there. I enjoyed my time. I was doing some handstands, but I did feel heavier and my leggings felt tighter. So I was like, oh shoot, okay, so like I feel like maybe this vacation definitely bloated me up a little bit, put a couple of pounds on or whatever the case. I'm not too concerned about it. It's probably a better starting point than where I was trying to eat in a deficit for years on end. So I am confident that this next upcoming, just everything overall is falling in line, I think. More specifically because while I was working on my own training program and everything, I realized that it's going to take me 6 months to drop 30 pounds. The 30 pounds, if I wanted to drop 30 pounds. And I'm like, okay, that means that I need to basically mentally commit myself for 6 months in advance. Like, you don't do it for a month and don't even think about results. Just do what you need to do for a month. Stop looking for results. Like, they're not going to come overnight. So 6 months for 30 pounds, like, honestly blew me away. But it gave me enough data to clock the fact that I have to be patient. And so I came to another conclusion that I was like, okay, I'm just going to start eating the foods that I think I'm going to eat whenever I do my real cut, just without tracking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to intuitively eat for now until I start my cut. But I don't want to do fancy recipes and I don't want to meal prep everything anymore. I want to do what I did the very first time I lost 130 pounds, and that is barely cook anything. So I would eat Greek yogurt, I would eat bananas, rice cakes, peanut butter, oatmeal or overnight oats, hard-boiled eggs in my hard-boiled egg maker, so I don't have to boil water or anything. I have a maker to do them perfectly every time. Salads, tuna out the can, pre-made beef patties that I can literally pop on the stove or in the microwave or in the air fryer, avocados, honey drizzle, and like chicken breasts, like rotisserie chicken, things that I can literally go into my kitchen, grab, put a bunch of it together in a bowl, and that's gonna be my meals. Like, that was exactly how I ate when I lost 130 pounds. So making the fancy recipes, they're hard for me to track. It tastes good, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my foods that I look forward to on a day-to-day basis. For example, like the bananas and peanut butter, I look forward to it every day. So I'm going to have something like that I look forward to in the morning, and then my Ninja Creamy ice creams at night. So I actually do have some variety, some fuel, and some good tasting stuff that I actually enjoy. But anywho, I'm rambling. That's basically it. That's the update. I am now going to get to work. I have the laptop right here, ready to go. So I'm going to get on YouTube, finish that video up, and then do my homework, some of it. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and upload this right after the other one that I finished. So thank you for stopping by for another vlog, and I will see you in the next one.